Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Welcome, everybody, to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Hey, wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. We ask that you share the link on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. If you're watching on Facebook and you want to stay there, that's cool. But if you'd like to join in today's conversation, hear your name said, hear your comments read, please switch over to YouTube. That is where we monitor the comments on the YouTube feed. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. And I say it every day that we have legends with us, but today it's actually true. It's Friday, so of course Rosie's here, and she's a legend. And sitting on Rosie's left, it's always a thrill for me every time he comes in. And I know I say it all the time, but as a kid who grew up on Long Island as a teenager in the 80s, during what would be like the comedy boom of Long Island, going to Westbury Music Fair to see this man opening for Rodney.
Yes.
Seeing him several times, seeing him here in this club, and then a few years ago, seeing him on that couch with Rob Bartlett, doing some of their old bits, joking around with some of their memories, and even creating new bits on the spot. I mean, that was one of the greatest moments in my life. Forget about just comedy or in this room. I mean, I was completely just blown away. Ladies and gentlemen, comedy legend Bob Nelson is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, pal. Nice to see you. Let's get right into this. How's the internal plumbing? How you feeling?
The internal plumbing is still aggravating, but I'm learning how to deal with it.
Okay.
If I don't eat, I'll be fine.
If you don't eat,
If I don't eat at all, I'm good.
no, that's
So,
that's
it's
a minor
hard to do.
detail. Yeah. Eating.
That was great the last time I was here with Rob over there.
Oh, that was
yeah, that was when they had the benefit for me.
right.
What a night that was.
Oh, fantastic! I mean, all the legends again. Growing up in the '80s and watching all that, being a fan of all that, and seeing you and Bartlett, Joey Cola, John Mulrooney, like all these legends.
It was like 5 years ago.
It's been 5 years already?
Yeah, because I just had my 5-year checkout with the oncologist, and everything's still good.
Okay.
God.
And they say
Great.
5 years is the point where they say it probably won't come back. So
And did the doctor,
That's fantastic.
did he actually say that?
yeah,
He or she?
he
They
said
did?
he was very excited. 5 years with no symptoms. I still have to do the CAT scans, the PET scans, and the
Sure.
That's a forever thing, though, right?
colonoscopy. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I will say that you, every time I've seen you since the benefit, and especially now, you do. It's been, I think, 2 years since you were last in here doing this show. But you look healthier every time I see you,
Yeah,
which is great.
I'm doing much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have issues though. Like I can't eat. I just went to Jersey. I did a club in Jersey, and it took me 4.5 hours to get there. I don't eat before the show.
Sure.
As soon as I got there, I had a banana, and then at the end of my set, I was so weak. I said, I can't finish.
Yeah.
And I kind of stumbled on stage, and I knocked over the whole back set, And the guy,
Well, they thought that was on purpose.
Yeah, right.
no, they didn't, because a guy came running up on stage and said, I just called 911, so I had to sit there, and they called it a medical episode.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so I was sitting there. What year is it? Who's the president?
The audience was there?
Yeah, the audience, they stayed there just staring at me like, is he alive?
Did they pull out their phones?
Probably.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice. All I had was this guy in my face going, "You're not okay." I'm going, "I'm okay." He's going, "You're not okay." I'm going, "I'm okay."
So they
So
called?
they come and they do the whole thing. Who's the president? What day is it? Do you know where you are? And of course I'm a comedian, so I start joking with them, which is not a good idea because then they, which is it?
Right.
And then what happens is one of the EMT guys puts a, when the
Blood pressure?
high blood pressure thing on my arm, and I could tell it's not on right because it keeps squirting out. The air just keeps going down.
Oh, wow.
So then he goes, "It's 200 over 110." I go, "No, it's not. I'd be passed out right now." That's stroke. I said, "Get the other guy." The other guy came over and he did it. It was like 110 over 75.
Big
Which
difference.
is perfect.
Yeah.
And I turned to the EMT. I go, "You're fired."
Should have closed your eyes at that point, man.
Right, yeah. I should have went down, but then they kept saying, we really think you should go to the hospital. No. And everybody's there. That was
my
a big
goodness.
ta-da.
So Did you go, or did you get up and do the show after that?
No. I had finished the show. I just didn't want to do the last routine because I was up there for over an hour and something.
Yeah,
so
okay.
it was good enough. Wow. I just got a little weak, I guess it was blood sugar or probably dehydration.
Yeah, okay.
But
Is your act just as physical as it always was?
I try to make it as physical as it was, but it's not.
But the greatest hits are still there.
Oh yeah.
And it's still executed wonderfully, and nobody's
have to
walking
do
out
it.
of there complaining.
No, I have to do it,
Right.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff from online saying it was a great show. You didn't do Jiffy Jeff though. It's like they always have something that they didn't do.
Right,
I can't do 4 hours of material.
Right. Is it a good thing that like to have all those hits, or are you just dying to do new stuff?
It's the golden problem, I call it.
Yeah, okay.
Because it keeps me working because people will come to see me.
Right.
My audience is getting older, but they still come out, and it's like it seems like it was a problem for a little while there when I never got agitated about it.
Yeah.
I would always do my stuff, but anytime I try to do new material, and I would always try to do it in the beginning so I could get it in there.
Sure.
And then if something brand new wasn't working so good, I hear them going, "Dude, Jiffy Jeff, where's the football guy?"
Right.
Okay.
Are you a big sports fan in general?
Not anymore. I used to be.
Yeah.
I used to be a Jet fan, Met fan. But it's
those
hard.
two teams can make you not be a
that'll
sports
make you-
fan anymore.
I
Yeah.
see why.
I still am, because when I was 10 or 11 years old, they won the Super Bowl and the World Series.
Yeah.
Back, what was that?
69.
69, 68, 69.
Yeah.
And so once that happened, they became my team forever. Mm-hmm. It was a curse. Because they never really, 86, I think they won again.
Yeah, which
that
was
was
the
it.
last time.
Yeah.
So it's 40 years since they won anything.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm dying here. I'm dying.
So I don't really follow it anymore. Plus, because years ago, when you watched, Joe Namath was the quarterback forever.
Right.
And the pitchers, and they stayed with the team. Now they'll go wherever the money is.
Yep.
And there's no loyalty. So
Not at all.
I'm
I
like,
feel the same way.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
I feel the same way. I feel like you root for these teams, whether it be hockey or baseball, and then you come back and all your favorite people are somewhere else, and
Yeah.
you're like, do I root for them still? Do I what? Now they're in Florida.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have that.
But you can't blame them when the
No,
owners
it-
are offering that kind of money to them. How do
No.
you say no?
And sometimes
of
they don't
course.
even have a choice. They just
Right.
trade it and buy.
Well, yeah, the Mets this year especially. We don't even know who half these guys are. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And they're losing like crazy.
back when Michael Jordan was a Bull. That's it.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Until
It's true.
he, bought the team at Washington, whatever.
Yeah.
Then he became a baseball player.
Well, he tried to become a baseball player. Definitely
Listen,
tried.
you got to try things. You never
Why
know.
not? Hey, if you're
You
Michael
never know.
Jordan, you can afford to try anything you
because
want.
of the popularity of your skits that kind of are sports related in a sense.
Yeah.
I thought, where did you come up with?
I do the boxing guy. I do the football routine. I have a baseball routine that Epi does. Yeah, so I was in sports. I was a track star,
Oh, really? Yeah.
kinda. I was a star because I would tell my track guys, I'd say, because I would make it to the semifinals, but I knew I wasn't going to make it to the finals.
Okay.
So what I would do is I say third hurdle. I tell them third hurdle. In the third hurdle, I'd crash. Like Jerry Lewis, I'd start running. Because what am I going to do?
Who'd you run for? Did you grow up in Massapequa?
Burner High School. With the Burner High School with
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin and
okay.
the Baldwin brothers, and that's where I was. Jerry Seinfeld was in Massapequa at the time, a year before me, I think.
And Brian Setzer was around at that time, too,
Yeah,
right?
I think he went to Massapequa too, and
Yeah.
Steve Gutenberg,
Right.
a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
I ran into him at Krish's once.
Gutenberg?
Yeah.
I ran into him at Sergio's in Massapequa once.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
A lot
he
of
was
talent
nice.
out of Massapequa.
Yeah,
It's true. And, of course, Joey Botafuco.
Then there's that, and Rex, you know what?
and the guy who I graduated with, who's the Gilco murderer.
Rex, you graduated with him?
Yes.
Really?
76.
Was he taller than you?
I don't remember him that much. I thought when I saw him, I thought he was I thought he was one of the other tight ends on the football team with me, but that was Chris Devine, who's just as big but nicer and not a murderer. He didn't kill anybody that we know of.
I know. You know what? I'll just take a chance here because I know two guys that went to high school with Rex. So I'll just throw the names out: Steve Mandracina.
Don't
No.
remember.
Bill Bresler. No.
If I saw them, I might
Yeah.
know them.
Okay. Yeah, I just
But
thought I'd take a chance.
Rex
Why not?
didn't look too familiar to me. I don't think he was very sociable.
I actually met him a few times. I'm involved in the special needs world, and he has an autistic son, so I've been involved with them a little bit. Yeah, he was not a friendly man.
Yeah.
Definitely socially. Well, the whole family's a little socially awkward. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, he was very grouchy whenever I dealt with him. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife works with special needs. Special needs Circle of Friends. It's her sister's 501c3 where they help kids.
Yeah, with social events.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
Bowling and whatever they go.
Yeah.
They rent out Splish Splash. They take them on, and I've gone on them. It's really a lot of fun. Their kids are crazy. They're so much fun.
All
I love
ages?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she just started a broker thing, Janie, years ago. She started brokering, which she helps people with autistic
I know exactly what you're
disability.
talking about.
She helps them
With the
get
services, the budgeting, the whole works. I
funds.
know
Yeah, she's
exactly.
brilliant. And my wife
Really?
is always on the computer
Yeah, huh?
working,
Yeah.
calling them, and because it's all red tape.
Oh, it's great stuff. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
To get these services and the
But
budgeting
you
for
really
it.
have
But
to know what you
yes,
have to. Everything is
Yes.
duplicate.
yes, and there's all sorts of rules and regulations that you wouldn't otherwise know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sit here all day.
And then my
about
sister
that.
does. My sister Judy, she runs Transcom, which helps truckers get their permits.
Oh,
So anybody who has regulations, it's always still good to get in there because they're never going to stop.
right.
So
Yeah. And yeah, same thing in the trucking world. There's always
yeah, she's
all
always-
sorts
yeah.
of rules, especially here in
with
New
the
York.
DOT
It's
and
insane.
this and that,
Yeah.
holy cow!
Yep. Wow. Yeah, that was another world I used to be in. I drove a truck, and they used to get pulled over for the safety stops. You'd be pulled over for hours.
Yeah.
And then if the truck is in bad shape, forget it. I almost lost a few jobs because I didn't inspect the truck right.
Such a rebel.
That's me. And I'm glad you mentioned Jiffy Jeff because this morning I did something that I should have done years ago, and I'm very proud of myself because I put it off, but I finally did it. I bought a Jiffy Jeff T-shirt this morning.
Really?
Really.
I could have brought you one.
Oh, no.
Why?
I do the right thing, and I buy it. I pay.
Oh,
Absolutely.
speaking of which, this is the T-shirt you bought last week.
Oh, that's right. Joe Pontillo. Oh, and there's a pin, too.
He said you got a free pin. There was only like 20 ever made, and you got an exclusive. So
Oh,
that's for
I
you.
laughed so much I cried at the Joe Pontillo comedy show. Oh, very nice. I forgot about this.
That's for you.
All right.
Now you have two new T-shirts,
That's right.
and you get rid of this wrinkled orange one.
Well, I just get an iron is what I should get. That's what I do. PAL Special Needs. I'm the president.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and I'm a president, also a client. I've been canceled by Joe Pontillo, which is pretty much true.
Yeah.
I forgot I ordered this. Thank you.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
bringing it.
You're
And thank you,
welcome.
Joe.
I saved you on the shipping and handling, you know.
That's right. How was it, Joe? You went to Joe's show
I
last
did
week.
go to his show. It was a good show. It was
Yeah.
great. It was really good. Francesca had a good set. It's the best I've ever seen her.
Oh, nice.
Really. And new stuff she did. And James Grimm got a guest spot. He did
Nice.
really well.
Okay.
It was a fun show all around. He
Nice.
has a good little gig over there. It's
That's what
very
I've
friendly,
heard.
very welcoming. He has a great audience.
And
He
he's
has
great.
He's great. And he has a lot of people that are like what do you call that when they come? Regulars that they come. So he likes to mix everything up, which is nice because they
Where's
get a
this?
good show. It's a place in Island Park. It's above a pool hall.
Oh, okay.
And
that's
Joe
perfect.
Pontillo does a show there monthly on a
Do you
Friday.
happen to
and
know
it's-
Joe at all? Joe
I don't-
Pontillo.
It doesn't sound familiar. I bet if I saw him, I'd
Yeah,
know
he's been
exactly
around
who he is.
a long time. So
Yeah, I'm real bad with names.
Okay. Little mousy looking, like he almost looks like Seinfeld's, like the brother that nobody pays attention to. He does. He has a sign. He looks a
yeah.
little like Jerry.
You
A little
could see that he's got that
Yeah, a
look.
little bit. Yeah.
Not a Massapequa guy though. Valley
No,
Stream.
that's right. Great
Massapequa
guy.
has enough.
Do you keep tabs at all with the local scene?
I just did they're doing a documentary, Finding Bob Nelson, which is a documentary of this Stephen Carrazzo. He's a, I guess, independent film guy, Dreamality Entertainment.
Right.
And he approached me and said, we need to do a documentary on you. I'm like, going, who's going to watch it? You know, he goes, I will. Of course,
Yeah.
you have to edit it. Yep, you're going to watch it. You're going to be sick of it before anybody. But so last on Monday, We had
I have a
bunch
picture.
of the guys.
Yep.
Oh yeah, a bunch of the guys were there.
Where is it?
It was
You have that
yeah,
picture?
it was Peter
Oh,
Bales.
there it is. Okay.
Peter Bales, Richie Minervini, Joey Cola,
Yep.
Chris Roach,
Jackie.
Jackie Martling, Vinnie Mark, Scott Baker, and John Butera. And it really went really well. We went for like almost 2 hours just talking about the old days and stuff. It'll probably stand alone on its own, like a...
Oh, sure. That could be the DVD extra.
Like a literal round table
that's
it was.
exactly
I
what it's
saw.
probably going to become. And it was really, really fun.
And did you mention Tugboat? I don't think
Tugboat
you did.
Manny was
Tugboat
there,
Manny,
but
right.
he wasn't on the panel.
Okay.
He came with Richie.
Okay.
And, there was only 9 seats. I was trying to get. Rob Bartlett was supposed to be there, but
Yeah.
he had an audition for the Actors Studio.
Yes, I heard.
So he
Wow.
couldn't make it.
Yes.
Rosie O'Donnell was supposed to come out, but she's not getting out here till tomorrow, I think.
Oh, wow.
And then I tried calling Steve Rizzo, but by that time the producer had picked all the seats and there wasn't a seat left. But
Yeah, I actually I texted Bartlett because I was like, why are you not there? But then I heard about the Actor
yeah.
Studio. I can't think of anybody. And I don't know what you know, but what I heard was that it's possible. The audition is to possibly take what's his name, Tipton's place.
is it James Tipton?
I think
No,
it was
John
James.
Tipton.
I think it was James. Was it? You know what we're talking about? Inside the
I know what
Actor
you're talking
Studio?
about.
I think it was
There's a
James
joke
Tipton.
recently
That-
about that.
He would
because
be perfect
when I
for
did
that.
Yeah.
He's so knowledgeable, and he knows
you.
everything about the business. He's a great, he's a
That's
great
exactly
actor.
what I wrote to him. I said, I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody who could take his place more than you.
Yeah.
Really. So I wished him
He'd
well.
be perfect because he'd be
Yeah.
fun too,
And then I said, come join us on Friday. And he said no.
I've met him here, which was a
Yes.
really interesting interview.
Oh, he's coming often, and he's so much fun. Again, I'm like a kid pinching myself when I have guys like him and you in here, man. He is so much fun, and we just pick on each other. And that's my humor, just picking on each other. Oh, it's amazing. I'm going to show the picture again because I do have an issue. I do have an issue with this thing. How in the world is Butera in this picture? He doesn't belong there.
No,
I'm totally teasing.
no, he's a good friend, and he when I was sick, he helped me. He got me some work when I wasn't able to work, but I was still, and also he helped set the whole thing up at Cafe Spiga. And
Oh,
if you-
that's where you did it?
which is
Great
Tommy.
place.
If you haven't eaten at Cafe Spiga yet,
Yep, out
and you're
in
a
Mount
Long Island,
Sinai.
there's something wrong with you.
Mount
Really,
Sinai, yeah.
really, really good
Oh,
food.
He does shows there a
fantastic.
lot, I noticed.
John
I see
does,
the
yeah.
name. I don't
Comedy
think it's
shows.
far from me. I live like by Long Beach, so it's a hike.
I
But
don't think there's a place where John doesn't do a show.
no, he
Yeah,
has and,
true.
and 4 a night.
True.
The guy works hard, man.
The deli next door, he does shows.
He would. He would.
He totally would. Even the dumpsters behind the place, yeah, absolutely.
He's a
no, but
go-getter.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. That's cool, and that's cool. He was getting you work while
Oh
you were
yeah,
sick.
and
That's great.
he's a great guy. He's a nice guy.
Now, so yeah, great
I want to
lineup.
have new guys. The new guys. So John Butera was a new guy, and Chris Roach was a new guy, and
Oh.
Scott Baker. So we had 3 new guys who had different take on
Right. That's actually what I was just about to ask because looking at that photo, Roach was a little after that. So so I was curious.
Yeah, so-
but Baker worked. You guys worked together for a time, right? Or no?
Never really worked together.
Oh, I thought
in the
you did.
improv, we worked improv a little bit here and there.
Yeah, okay.
But these guys had they were all fans of mine when they were coming up. So that was kind of the
angle.
the angle on it, and it was good because it added so much more to the conversation.
I bet.
Because they were coming from, hey, I remember this, and you were so nice, or you weren't nice, or whatever.
Well, who talked more, Minervini or Martling?
Marling was great.
Oh, he's
Minervini,
always fun. Jackie's got the best stories.
Oh, they all did. Jackie had some great stories. Joey Cola came across really funny. Vinny kept, of course, Vinny capped everybody.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Chris Roach didn't know what to say, but he's hysterical.
Yeah,
He's very funny.
They all are.
Very funny.
That's a Mount Rushmore right
yeah,
there.
and Peter Bales is great because he's like the
professor.
director.
Yes.
He's like a historian
Yep.
on all that stuff. So I couldn't pick the better group. I missed Rob. I really missed Rob.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. I mean, now, but are you gonna? Because I know you've been working on this documentary for a few years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's about 2 years now. I think maybe 2 years.
So are you
Close to. I think that it's going to go in a festival. I thought you just made a documentary and then you pitched it, but apparently you keep working on it and getting people interested.
right?
To
Got to make the rounds.
Yeah, to put some money behind it and get someone who to what do you call it? Distribute it, all that stuff.
But are you gonna get another time with Rob to maybe just the two of you or something to add to this or no?
I have to get him on a Zoom call or something.
Yeah, something. He's got to be in that. Yeah. Did you see? And speaking of Jackie, did you see the documentary they made of him? Of his?
You know, I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's called Joke Man. It's not even 90 minutes, like maybe an hour.
Where
15.
can you find it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I went to one of the premieres and then I think I have a copy. Maybe I'll just get it to you, send it to you guys. I really thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And especially I would think you would probably know everybody in it and know a lot of the stories. Yeah, because you guys all.
Yeah, it was back then.
Yeah.
Dave Hawthorne could have been there too. Dave Hawthorne, Jim Myers passed away. Bobby Woods. We talked about Bobby Woods a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. All right. Well, you gave me a segue, so I'm going to take it. Yesterday, I popped in a DVD and I watched it. Ryder P.I., ladies and gentlemen, that's Bob right there.
as Epi.
Epi, the famous Epi. And I have to tell you, I didn't even recognize Joey Cola. I had heard that he was in it, was watching the movie, and just kind of got caught up and didn't think about it. And then in the credits, at first I was like, what's that name? Because it's not spelled, the way he famously spells it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, Joey's in this. So I actually rewound and found him.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize him.
So many people in it.
Oh yeah, Minervini and
a lot of comics.
John Mulrooney. John started this studio. John was the one that made this studio happen. Unfortunately,
Howard Stern has
a cameo.
WNBC phase right there.
What was it? 86. This movie?
It was probably before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah, 82 or 83. I think.
Is it a movie or is it like
it's a movie? Yeah.
Yeah. You want to borrow it? You want to watch?
Do I have a DVD player or else
Do
I
you
would?
have a DVD player?
I got to find it. I did. I had one. I don't know where I put it.
I still sell them. I still sell DVDs. I don't know what to do. How do you do the other
Why
stuff?
not? I'm still in favor of CDs and DVDs because, in fact, I've even heard that the youngins, they've even said they're starting to get back into
They
these.
are starting to get back into all of that. And the vinyl, they sold more vinyl last year than they did in 1969.
Right, because the streaming, like Netflix or whoever, they can sometimes they'll take it off and you paid for it, but now it's gone. So now this way you have it. Yeah. And I love. Again, big fan of all that stuff from the 80s, all you guys. So that was fun to watch. Hawthorne and Woods and pretty much everybody you just mentioned is in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
A lot of guys. Don McHenry, Maurice.
Joan St. Ange.
Bobby Woods.
Yeah.
Wow, Jim Myers.
Bobby Woods, I think it's still there. If you go at McGuire's, if you're looking at the bar, so all the way to the left, to your left, at the end of the bar.
Where they have that step and repeat by the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Next to the step and repeat is a drawing that they used to be the step and repeat, but I think it's still there, and that's Bob Woods.
Oh.
Yeah, because
big white curly hair and
but check it out.
Long Island comedy legend.
Oh yeah.
He was a big one.
He's the reason why I stayed in comedy.
Stayed in?
Stayed in it.
Were you looking to get out at one point?
No, I wasn't. Well, this is what happened. I think it was June 14th, 1978. It was the first time I went on stage. It was a Wednesday night at Richard M. Dixon's, right in Massapequa.
Yeah, Massapequa, yeah.
And it was the same night that Bobby Woods started doing comedy.
Okay.
So Bobby Woods goes up, and he did okay. He didn't really do well. Not a lot of laughs. But I was I was a security guard. I pumped gas.
Right.
I was a paste up artist at a phone book company place.
Oh wow!
And so I had all these. I had all these stupid jobs because I used to do a lot of theater. I used to do a lot of summer stock.
Right.
So I'd have to tell my boss. It was a place called Rock Bottom. I don't know if you remember. It was
Like the one that you'd buy like at CVS type
Yeah,
of thing?
yeah,
Oh,
that-
my
Oh,
God.
sure.
Remember Rock Bottoms?
I used to be a stock boy there, and I would tell him, "Hey, I'm going to be in a summer stock for the next 2 weeks, so I'm not going to be able to come to work." He goes, "Who cares? You're a stock boy. I don't care." So you have to have these really bad jobs in order to say I'm not coming in.
Yes.
And what happens is I go on stage and I kill because all my friends from the gas station and the security guard place and all the places I worked, they all come to the show. I'm killing.
Yeah.
And after my set, somebody comes up to me and goes, "That big guy over there at the bar wants to talk to you." So I go over and it's Bobby Woods.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I just want to tell you something, pal." And he's holding a beer like this going, "I just want to tell you something, pal. You're not funny. It's only because your friends are here." I go, "What's the matter with you? Why would you say that?" He goes, "I'm done with you." And he takes a swig. And I'm like, wow. And he was very intimidating. I thought he was gonna hit me. And so what happens is every week I'm doing great. My friends are coming. And he's getting better as time goes on. He has no friends there. You know, he has other comic friends and you know, he starts to build up a little bit of a following. One night I go there and none of my friends show up because they can't afford to come. They're all stock boys and security guards.
Right.
So I'm on stage and I'm bombing.
Yeah.
And the sweat's going down my back and I'm like, "Oh no, this is embarrassing. This is horrible."
Yeah.
And I felt horrible. And then I did some derogatory self-deprecation joke. And I hear in the back of the room, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." It was Bobby Woods. He laughs hysterically. He goes, "That's the funniest thing you said here since you've been here, you idiot."
Wow.
Yeah, so I get off stage.
What a love story.
And they say, "Hey, that guy wants to talk to you." I go, "I don't want to talk to him." He goes, "No, he says to come over." You know, he would make you come to him.
Yeah,
so I
right.
walk over to the bar and he slides a beer to me. And he goes, "Here's a beer for you. You're not funny. You got to quit the business. You're done." And I said, "No, I'm funny." "No, you're not. You're only funny when, look what happened tonight." You know, he kept ribbing me.
Yeah.
So I had to prove it because I could have walked away. Because
Right.
it's horrifying when you're on
Yes.
stage and you're not getting nothing.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
When you get to the point where your family and friends stop coming.
Yeah.
And the bombs come.
So
yeah.
he says, you know, your friends aren't here, you're not funny. So I came back the next week to prove to him, and it was still hard. And then I started, and then I had to hone my stuff and make it work for people I didn't know.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
and then we really started to click together because what we ended up doing was we'd sit at the bar and we would do to other people that he did to me together. So we would just rib people, and it was like we would roast anybody and anybody. And
Was this like an open mic setting, or was this
it was
like
a Wednesday night. It was Richard M. Dixon's. It was pretty much an open mic night, and some guys were regulars, and he'd pay us like $5. That's what we got.
Okay.
Sometimes nothing. It depended on
Right.
the size of the audience, but a lot of guys were there. Bobby Collins was there.
Wow.
Rob Bartlett was there. Jim Myers, Richie Minervini, Jackie, everybody.
Yeah.
Vinnie Mark, John Ferrantino.
Oh, wow.
So many guys were at that place.
All the
That little
legends,
tiny-
all of them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then we all branched out to our own clubs. And Richie, Jackie started Governors.
Correct.
Jackie was the guy who started this whole thing.
Right.
And then there was, Richie started the East Side Comedy Club.
Yep.
And then that took off
Yeah.
because it was the boom. You know, it was the '80s boom in
Right.
comedy.
who
Right.
did Chuckles? Who was involved
Chuckles
in that
was
club?
don't even
Richie's brother.
Oh, was it?
Richie
Oh, I
Minervini's
didn't know
brother.
A friend of mine
Chuck.
worked there as a cocktail waitress.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
find that out until she was a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
Until I started doing this, and she was like, "Get the fuck out of here! Peter Bales and Rich Walker are still there," because she
Right.
saw a picture, and she was like, "I have to go and see them again." She used to know them from like when she was just shocked that they're still doing it. I said, "Listen,
yeah.
it's in their blood. That's it."
Yeah.
Right. And Peter's still one of the best in my opinion.
love him.
Still.
Yeah, he's
to this
real
day.
good.
Yeah. He, in fact, when you played here 2 years ago, wasn't he didn't he
Yeah.
host it?
I
he did.
Yeah. They usually put him on in front of me because he's really good getting the audience psyched,
yeah.
and
Does great crowd
so it's
work.
all it's very professional. And then he doesn't take away from me. He doesn't try to
Right.
kill before me or anything like that. And he helped me a lot with when we were in the improv group. You know, I learned so much from him, and structure and acting and that kind of. Even though I was an actor already, I was going to college for it.
did the acting? Because I was acting for probably around 30 years before I attempted stand up, and I found that not that my stand up was better than anybody else. It was probably pretty bad actually, but But I did feel I had a little advantage over other new people because I had stage timing and presence and comfortability.
Right.
Did you find that? Did that help you at all?
What I did was I didn't have a lot of material.
Yeah.
Whatever play I was in, I'd be rehearsing my lines on stage. There was one time I was the lead in The Crucible, John Proctor.
Yeah, sure.
And it's about witch hunting and everything. And I would grab a candle off the stage and start walking around the room with the candle like a fire. A fire is burning. And I do all my lines. I practice my lines.
That's a famous Crucible line.
What the hell is this guy doing?
That is, I don't know.
There's a famous one where she's the witch says when they're burning her, right? I forget.
Oh, that's
Abigail.
fantastic.
Was it Abigail?
But see, that's the beauty of his time. Like, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people loved it. Nowadays, people are like, what the fuck's he doing up there? Like it's almost too structured to me. I don't know, that's just my opinion.
That's one of my problems. I started to structure myself too much, and I got into a rut. Right before I got cancer, I was like so stuck.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Because you just get comfortable in that doing the regular routines, and then it's not so much fun. And then you start worrying about segues. When I first started, I had no segues.
Right.
I just go from this character to this character, this to that, sort of like Robin Williams, but more of a cut between what I just did and what I'm going to do. I would do things like improv with the radio. I would have a big boom box back then. The big boom box. I put the microphone up to the boom box, and I'd turn on the radio, and I'd switch the channel till I found something, and then I would improv with the radio, whether it was music or an interview with somebody or
that's
or a
genius
commercial.
Was this for practice or on
no,
stage?
this was on stage.
Wow.
It was all total improv. And, one night I'm doing it, and Christy Brinkley and Billy Joel are in the audience at the East Side Comedy Club. And I switched it, and then it was Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Oh wow!
So I jumped over onto the piano, and I was mimicking him. I think I took my shoe off to play the harmonica part. And they were hysterical.
He was laughing.
Oh yeah, they were laughing. I didn't see him laughing because I wasn't looking over there. My wife said we had some great times. Comedy right now is so different. They're into the what do they call that? The crowd work. What do they call it? Crowd work.
Yeah, crowd work. Yeah,
and. It seems like everybody's doing it now, and
well, it's interesting because comedians don't want to post their bits online because then people might not come because I saw it online. Why do I have to go see it? So they post a lot of the crowd work. So a lot of people think that's the norm, including the audience. They think that's how it's done. Some of these younger guys who didn't used to too young to come, they'll show up here and they're yelling. Somebody who walks over says, hey, keep it down. Like they don't, and they look confused because they're like, I thought this is what goes on at these places.
They're conditioned to believe that when they see somebody like a Matt Rife, and that's his whole bit.
Right.
He's got like 1,000 people at an arena, and he's just picking on people's shoes and picking on their hairdos, and they think that this is what it's supposed to be. And it's
I'm suspicious of that guy.
People put a lot of work into it.
I think they're shills.
Yeah.
I know who's going to be. Who's going to go after a guy in a wheelchair, who's got, whatever, Down syndrome and cerebral palsy, and he's like ripping him. And I'm thinking he has to have this all set up,
And the guy in the second row wearing crocodile shoes that have crocodile faces.
Right,
they either know they're hoping or he put them in the shoes.
Right.
I get it. I see.
But if it works, right? Or yes or no?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, because even Rodney did that, didn't he?
Oh, Rodney had one, Stafford would yell out a joke.
Right.
He would yell out, how much, how big was it, that kind of thing.
Right.
How big was it, I'll tell you how big it was, So,
it's fantastic.
But it's a double-edged sword, that whole crowd work thing, because what also happens is, when I'm doing my show, people don't want to sit in the front because they think I'm coming at them.
Right.
Every comedian is going to come at you, and it's like it's becoming a thing now where people don't want to. Sometimes if I have 60 people or something, the 3 tables in the front will be empty.
Right.
Well, you did that bit with the gun in the back of your pants, so maybe they're afraid.
But again, the improv, you just posted maybe a month or so ago a video of you, Vinnie Mark, and Rosie O'Donnell doing improv. I watched this thing again. You just don't see this on the comedy stage anymore, and it made me sad. It was the old
freeze
the freeze game where two people are up there. The audience yells freeze. They both freeze in whatever position they're in, and then the third guy replaces one of them and takes their position, but then makes a new scenario out of that position.
Okay.
If somebody has their hands up like this,
Right. The three of you, I mean, how quick you guys.
How do you not like just crack up, or are you?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
It's still Baker and Mark do that.
Yes,
the
Scott
quickest
and,
thinkers, Scott Baker and Vinnie Mark. It's the quickest thinkers in comedy.
And they're
they
fantastic.
do it. Yeah.
I love them.
And so that's they're doing old school, and they do it in front. They do it clean too. A lot of times when they do it.
Well, yeah, they do a lot of family shows at
Rocking Horse Ranch or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we would laugh so hard because you never knew. Vinny was really good at topping because you would come out with a joke and the scene would be over, but then he would tag it and you go, "Holy cow! How did he do that?"
But all three of you though in this video, like how quick you guys come up. There were a couple of spots where you see, like you would come out and look like you see the wheels are spinning, but still. Maybe 2 or 3 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you guys are right in there with some place to go. It's a lesson, man.
Yeah.
It floors me every time I watch that.
It was hard not to do it again though, because we would see that position again and we'd throw it in there again, so it would become almost a regular bit within the freezes. But Peter Bales would always impress upon us to do something different. Don't go straight to the obvious.
Right.
And so we were really good. And there were times when Vinny and I would be on stage and Dave Hawthorne would say something that we never expected, hysterical. We'd drop to our knees and start laughing. I mean, right in the middle of the bit, boom, we go down.
Right. How did all that start? I mean, was it like, because you guys weren't an improv troupe or anything, you all met at Dixon's, I know, right? That's how you met. Bartlett was there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so how did that?
It was all.
Was it all spontaneous? Like,
yeah, I think Peter Bales became the director, and he kind of brought us all together. Had us all audition. I was part of the beginning group, and so was Vinnie Mark and Rosie O'Donnell was in there, and Dave Hawthorne. So we had a core, and then Joan St. Ange came in when Rosie went off to.
Oh, so Peter was putting together like an improv troupe.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Peter was the brains,
right? I thought you guys were just all doing stand up, and then somehow.
Yeah, we were.
Oh,
okay. We were all separate,
right?
We weren't improv actors,
right?
Some of us had acting abilities,
okay.
Because we took acting and stuff. So
you guys were there doing comedy, and then Peter was like just decided to kind of bring you guys all together.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how it happened. What also happened was in the very beginning, I was in a comedy team with Eddie Murphy and Rob Bartlett, who was the guy who came after Jim Myers. It was me, Jim Myers, and Eddie Murphy.
Right.
And then Jim couldn't take Eddie anymore, and then Rob came in. And that was, we called the identical triplets.
Right.
And Rob would just, I mean, he's just brilliant. I mean, he'd blow everybody away.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. The basic idea was we all had like a good solid 20 minutes.
Right.
And King Brodus said, "Listen, we want to send you up to the Catskills, but you have to do an hour." So what he says is, you do 20, you do 20, and you do 20, but we'll book you as a comedy team.
Okay.
And we go up there together and do some shtick, and then each one of us would do like our 20-minute set and then close together, which was a great idea.
Yeah.
And
you guys would come up with amazing off the cuff stuff. It was just, it blew me away.
And then Eddie went off to Saturday Night Live, and it became Rob and Bob.
Oh, okay.
And then Rob and I think we were better than the triplets.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because Rob, I couldn't do anything but follow the guy and try to enhance what he was doing, because where he was going was gold every time. We used to do this thing where we do operas. We'd say, "Give us a title to an opera," and then they'd yell out a title to the opera, and then our keyboard player, Major Tom, would start playing music, and Rob would just go, and I'd be singing, and he'd be singing. It was just hysterical.
He looks like an opera singer.
He still does theater, though.
Oh yeah, he's the Broadway guy.
Like
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Broadway,
main
TV. Yeah.
He was.
You name it, he's done it.
He was with. Gosh, what's his name? The guy, the radio guy.
Oh, Imus.
Imus in the Morning. Yeah. He was
30
like,
years, give or take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Jackie went off to Stern, and Bartlett went over to Imus. Yeah.
Yeah, and Rob was because he would bring his characters there to Salmonella. Oh my God, so many things that he did.
Oh, yeah.
And he did some great impressions.
Right.
He did Kennedy. He was doing Kennedy.
I remember his Brian Wilson used to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. Yeah. Rob Bartlett's just amazing.
Incredible mimic.
How to Succeed in Business, right? Is How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. He did the Broadway version of that with Daniel Radcliffe and
yes, I remember
John
that from when
Larroquette.
He was on that cop show.
Yeah, one of the Law and Orders, right?
I think was it Law and Order? I want to say it was Law and Order, but I can't.
think it
probably
was one of those. Yeah.
He played the captain.
So how old were you when you were going to that Dixon's place?
I was 78, so I was 19, 20 years old.
And so you had done theater in high
20 years
school?
old. I was doing theater in high school and then in college.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Nassau Community College.
Okay.
And they had a great theater department there. Dave Hawthorne went there, and Billy Crystal went there. Vinnie Mark went there. Were great teachers. Sid Lee was a great director, and it was Jerry Admire, and
oh yeah,
and they had great movement. There was I took a clown. They had like a clown, like a stunts and tumbling course and a clown course. So I was a clown for a little while.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Did the trapeze. It's incredible what they had over
That's
there.
fascinating, really, actually.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we
who would know?
Lee Tyrell, who was on
News
The
12.
news.
Yeah, I went to college with her.
Oh wow.
And we would do bits together, Jules, Pfeiffer stuff.
I wouldn't be able to do any bits with Lee Tyrell. I'd be too busy staring at her.
She doesn't look very funny.
Yeah, you know.
Well, she's an actress.
She looks very.
yeah.
She looks very. She
Yeah,
just
she was
delivered.
good.
I
it.
actually met her once I went to see. I went to a Boston concert, the band Boston, and she was there, and she was rocking out, man.
And you were not looking at the band.
I couldn't tell you a single thing about the show. Oh, she was stunning in her day. I haven't seen her in years, but
Yeah, she retired.
did she? Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh,
retired.
she
I believe
was
a while back.
gorgeous.
Now. So you went to Bayshore. You went to Massapequa High School. Then you went to Nassau. You started doing comedy, and did you find it thrilling right away? Like it was like
Comedy?
Like a rush.
Yeah, it was fun when I had all my friends there, and then after a while, I pretty much was very blessed. It was almost like I'm supposed to do this. I entered there were the comedians from Long Island, the comedians from New York City, and they had this thing called the Big Laugh Off. I want to say it was 78 or 79 or 80, 79 I think. And I was just doing comedy for a short time, and they had a competition in New York City, and each club, the Improv, Catch Rising Star, and the Comic Strip, they would all have their stable of guys who would automatically got into this competition, and then they had open auditions, and I came in on the open auditions, and I came in fifth. At the end there was the big laugh off with the Smothers Brothers were the MCs. And
Oh, nice.
it was pretty well. I think George Wallace came in first. Jerry Seinfeld came in second.
Okay.
Mark Weiner, funny guy, came in third.
I think I know.
And then
that.
Kelly Rogers came in fourth. Kelly Rogers is a great guitar player
okay.
and funny. So he was like a big with the Catch Rising Star. And then I came in fifth.
That's all that sits here going through my head is the. I guess that's why they call it the big boom of the 80s.
Like listen to the names.
people,
There's
right?
so
Yeah.
many.
And they all went on to big things. Like we all remember all these names he's saying. We all remember them.
They're
Like
yeah.
that hasn't
There's so many guys.
hasn't it.
Jerry Seinfeld,
right.
Bill Maher, Paul Reiser,
And there was
Ray
a
Romano.
brief second version with Sandler and all those guys, but really, I mean, with you guys, I mean, it's such a huge class
love
of
Ray
legends,
Romano.
right? That really hasn't. I don't know. I don't think we've seen before or since. Well, not just Long Island. I'm saying just from one particular area.
Yeah.
All these guys.
But even when Eddie Murphy went to SNL, right? Look at the people that were on SNL at that time. Like you don't find that level of talent as a group.
right.
I mean, there's been standouts over the years, like a Kristen Wiig, and you've
Yeah.
gotten,
Belushi and
yeah,
Right.
but you don't have that like where it was so many, like Jane Curtin and
Right.
like at the same time.
Where the whole group are
yeah,
great,
where
right.
everybody was a standout.
Right.
Gilda Radner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that first group was just amazing. Where now, like to Rosie's point, you look at the current cast and you're like, all right, I know that one.
If they
Who that-
last.
Right. Well, that
you
too.
know.
Right. Some of them you don't even know.
And then you read in social media like these stories and there's such freaking prima donnas who didn't like this, and then who got offended that. Get out of here. You're so freaking lucky you're on the show.
Yeah, that's the truth, too. All right, let me read some comments. I haven't read comments yet today. John's watching from Florida. Good morning, John. Ann is watching from California. Carol's watching from Texas. She's all excited to see Bob Nelson. Epi Epperman, she's yelling.
Hey.
Let's see, what else? Who else is here? Everybody's just saying hi to each other. Okay. Jeff. Ann in California. She loved the photo of all those guys. Jeff Bosey is watching. Vicky's watching from upstate. Says good morning. Vicky, so excited to be watching Bob right now. His football bit is my favorite. I'm still using lines from it. Don Sill is watching. Whatever happened to the Jiffy Jeff Jim series? I remember him working on it with Scott Baker a few years back. Oh yeah, that?
Wait.
Look.
First, I want to thank the lady for bringing up my name, which is that's excellent. And by the way, if I forgot, never mind, doesn't matter. Yeah, what I lost my train of thought. That happens.
It works.
I was really bad at one time when I had the chemo brain.
Yes.
Holy cow!
Is it? Yeah, we've talked about that. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Now it's not chemo; it's just old age.
Well, yeah, mix the two together. Forget it.
We were doing Jiffy Jeff's gym. Rob Chaffee was my best friend, and he's a really incredible guy. What happened was we were in the throes of it, and then he passed away.
Right.
So, and he was the guy who did all the mechanics, and he knows the social media and all that stuff. And Scott was on board, but I didn't. Now I think I could probably do it now.
Sure.
AI.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I might try that.
Yeah.
Just for kicks, do like a little 10-minute segment of
absolutely.
Just do a professional fighter, and I could be me, and I could be Epi, and everybody could be in the same thing.
That was one of the things that.
Make them all the characters.
Yeah,
that's
and make
great.
all my characters interact with each other. I think that might be funny.
Huh.
But I have to learn it first. See, I had Rob Chaffee there. I can't believe he passed away, man. And his whole idea was to do a documentary too. He wanted to say wanted to call it "Who Killed Bob Nelson."
Who killed Bob Nelson?
Yeah. See, he was going to have it where all my characters were trying to figure out who killed me.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then
he was great.
And then the James Stephen, the guy from Dream Alley Entertainment, he talked me into it. It's called Finding Bob Nelson, a true story told by an unreliable source, which is Epi. So Epi's trying to tell a story, which I have to add more to that.
Yeah, there is a short trailer already floating around out there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta add more. It's really hard. I'm trying to get my wife to do an interview, but she's not into the show business thing. She's gorgeous, and she's so worried.
She is. She's a very nice woman.
Yeah.
Bring her in here. We'll make her feel comfortable, and use the snippets from that.
She wouldn't do it.
She wouldn't.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, I've had conversations with her when we were first working on getting you in here. Yeah, very nice lady.
Yeah, as long as there's no camera, she's
all
fine.
right, well, just tell her there's no camera.
There's no camera.
There's nothing right in front of you, Trish. There's nothing there.
It's all audio.
That's it. And which, by the way, if you remember the last time you were here, I think you were on for like 15 minutes when she texted you and said you need more energy.
That's what I was just looking to see if she was
so you're not getting yelled at this time?
Put your shoulders back.
She is so tired. I don't know. I miss her. She's brand new. My wife is brand new. I have a little pup. She's brand new.
Brand new.
You ever get like when you buy a car?
Yeah.
It's brand new. You feel really great about it, and it doesn't feel so new anymore.
Yeah.
My wife's been brand new from the day I met her. You know what I'm saying? That feeling of brand new.
That's the greatest thing I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, it's the same thing with my puppy. I keep telling her my puppy is like still brand new too.
What's your puppy's name?
Zoe.
Zoe. What kind of dog?
She's a Shih Tzu.
Ah.
Does she have a little bow?
No. She saved my life though. When I had cancer, my wife said, we're getting a puppy. I said, you can't get a puppy. I'm dying. Yeah. She said, no, we're getting a puppy. And I had to walk her and clean up after her and take care of her.
Yep.
New purpose.
I missed the both of them really bad right now.
Oh,
and
nice.
I just saw them 20 minutes ago.
I was going to say, where are they?
I know, dude.
Where'd you leave them?
we have
in the parking lot.
It's funny because with dogs, they like to have routine.
Yeah.
I think I'm becoming a dog because I have to have routine. I have to get up. We have to have the coffee.
Trish takes you for a walk.
Yeah, I take the dog for a walk. She cooks, and then we come back and we eat, and then we all sit together. It's hysterical.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
And it's
though.
like it has to go. If my day gets interrupted, I'm like a puppy. Like what's going on?
When Trish goes out, when she comes home, you're like
Yeah.
all over, hugging and kissing.
when you got sick, I have
if
a
the
question.
dog would let me.
Yeah.
When you got sick, did you you obviously weren't performing for a while.
Yeah.
Now, did your fans? Was this public that you weren't doing well for a while, and were your
Yeah.
fans reaching out? Like, did you find support in that?
Yeah, it was bad. What happened was it was during COVID. So, and then also I didn't have insurance because, there's a place where you can be financially where you can't get insurance because it's too expensive. It'll kill you. And then you make too much money to get Medicare.
Right.
So that's where I was. And Governor's had a nice fundraiser for me. And then I think Vinnie Mark said, you should do a GoFundMe. And I did a GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe really helped because people were, emailing me and saying, hang in there, that kind of thing. So I really got to see what my fans were all about.
Yep.
It was such a blessing. Getting cancer is not a blessing, but it was such a blessing to see the outpouring of love. And then you also, after you get through the cancer, you realize it's for a reason.
Yes.
You have compassion for people. I'm more compassionate to people. I understand them. I don't get mad at somebody when they drive by me in a car because you never know.
Right.
He could be upset about.
You don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't really struggle with the whole death thing anymore either because I know that God is there, and I had this awakening. I mean, I was a Christian before.
Yeah. Right.
But then you become stronger.
Right.
Because there's you either leave God or you get in stronger with Him. And prayerfully, hopefully you get prayerfully, and hopefully you get stronger with the Lord because it's the only,
That's actually one reason why I do think that cancer could be actually a blessing. Not going through it was awful.
Going through it is a nightmare.
And you
for
went through a
people.
lot worse than I did, but I didn't exactly have fun either. But everything you're saying, as long as you're able to come out on the other side of it, the lessons that you've learned, that a lot of us have learned. I think I'm a better person from it.
Just the appreciation you must have for being alive.
Yes.
That I can't understand. I haven't faced something like that, thankfully. But I have close people that have, and I see a difference in their appreciation for life and for the little things that they may not have they might have just passed by.
But that's exactly it. You want to get back to those little things. Yeah, and that's what you're striving for.
Grateful.
Those little things that used to piss you off so much. Now we're like, oh, that's it?
Right. You're grateful. You're thankful. Mm-hmm. You're more compassionate.
Right.
And how do you know what happiness is if you're really happy all the time?
Yeah. Right.
A lot of people,
yeah,
are blessed their whole life and they don't get to know what it really is to be happy because they were never really unhappy.
Right.
The lower you go, the higher you can go. It's sort of like,
yeah,
the depth that you feel down there is where you can go up there.
Yep. I say it all the time. I know it's cliche, but really, I gained a whole new appreciation.
But there's no other way to really put it besides it being cliche.
Right.
Because, that's got to be...
Oh,
it's so profound,
Yeah, my wife's always
to have that moment.
She's always quoting Romans 8:28 because that's our, that's our scripture.
Which
all
is,
things work together for good for those who love the world, who love God and are called according to His purpose.
Okay.
So it's like everything works together for good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've met so many people. I know this one guy he lost his daughter to leukemia, and he was not a rich guy, and he would struggle with parking in the city because there's no parking. That's what kills these people. They have all these bills, and they got to go into the city to get all kinds of tests with their daughter, and there's no place to park. And New York City's really... So what this guy did was he knew that was a problem. He actually he started a fund thing, and he purchased a garage near one of the hospitals. And what he does is he has the nurses and the doctors, when people say, where are we going to park? He would say, park here, it's free. The guy bought the
Wow.
building for that, and I can't remember the little girl's name, but it's like a.
See, just when you see all this evil and hate and craziness in the world,
Right.
you hear things like that. They're still good,
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
and
right.
a lot of it.
And it's funny you said it because that's exactly what I went through because I went to NYU in the city for my treatments.
Yeah.
And, I had good coverage at the time, but there's certain things you don't think about,
And you
like
have
parking.
to drive, right? Because you're not like I know somebody that's
Yeah.
been going to Sloan, and she's not allowed. She wasn't allowed to take the train.
I tried taking the train once just for a doctor's visit in between chemo rounds. I got as far as I was going from Wantaw to into the city. I got as far as Rockville Center, and I was going to be so sick that I had to jump off the train and pay. I mean, this was I've been cancer free 23 years, so this is around 2002, 2003. At that time was expensive. Paid $25 to take a cab back to Wantaw, just because I was going to go home and be sick. But my wife went through that whole time, paying for the train, paying just to drive herself while I was getting chemo because I had to stay there. I would stay for 5 days straight and get all the chemo pumped in. So my wife, she was coming out to see me. Whether you're paying for train or paying for gas and parking, that's So it's funny that you brought that up because that was one of our main complaints. We had good benefits at the time, but there were other expenses that you don't even think about.
Yeah, you don't.
That
I
we
would've
were
never
paying
thought
out
that.
the nose. But even that, getting out of, what I was doing for a living and not being able to do my job anymore because of cancer, and then taking a disability retirement, and then coming here, I don't make, I really don't make any money here. But I'm having the time of my life. And, I have my retirement. I get Social Security, and I have my retirement from when I was working. So when I'm old, I think I'll be okay. So I'm just kind of getting through till then. So I don't have a lot of money now, but I'm the happiest I've ever been.
You don't have long to wait. It's okay.
No, I know. It's coming fast.
I was blessed. I went to New York Cancer on Long Island.
Okay.
Which is, it's all right here in Port Jeff.
Right.
And I lived over that area. But it was tough. It was also very tough because it was during COVID. So I was in the hospital by myself. No one could come see me.
Awful.
It's like Rob Bartlett was the only guy who got the vaccination to come and see me.
Wow. Yeah. But at least you had, you can get in touch with the outside world that way.
Yeah.
So at least to keep your sanity a little bit that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you ever see yourself not performing?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Really?
I could see myself stopping. I don't know if I don't know. Something that's a good question. I might not be able to stop performing. I'll probably do it off stage. This is where it started, off stage.
Right.
And then once you get on stage, you get it all out on stage, and you become like this really boring, quiet guy off stage.
Right.
Saving it.
Yeah, you're not saving it. You just got it all. It's like zoomies. You go on stage, you have your zoomie. And then
Oh, he's definitely a dog lover. I want to go back to Eddie Murphy. Did you see his documentary?
they had asked me to be part of it. It was called when they were doing it. It was called Beloved Eddie.
Okay.
What's it called now?
I think it's just called Eddie. I think.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's just what it's called. I think. It's
It
gonna
might
bug
be
me now.
Finding Eddie Murphy. I don't know.
I'm glad you said that.
Being Eddie Murphy. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, that might be.
And he, no. What happened was they asked me if I could contribute,
Being Eddie. You're right. Yeah.
but they just wanted pictures.
Ah.
So I don't think Eddie's into talking about the early days.
Right. That's exactly why I asked, because it made me mad.
Yeah, you've said this a few
Yeah.
times.
No mention of governors or none of the Long Island clubs. No mention. No mention of you or Bartlett. I thought for sure the triplets would be at least a mention.
Especially because
Nothing.
he did a lot of Bartlett stuff on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I never knew that.
I'm not going to say what, but
Yeah, okay.
I think he did. I don't know if Bartlett has a problem with it, but I have a problem with it. Because I would see, Rob used to do Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he did yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Water under the bridge.
Wow. Did you guys, you or Bartlett ever get close to SNL? Or I'm surprised. Not that I'm
The way
surprised.
that
it was
Eddie
him.
got SNL was, I was trying out for Saturday Night Live. I think it might have been my third time.
Okay.
And I went in there and some guy, it wasn't Lorne Michael, it was some guy under him, and it was just, they were just doing it because I think my agency asked if I could.
Okay.
So they knew they were going to say no right away, and the guy was kind of busting my chops. And then they said, well, we're not really looking for, we're looking for a black fella because Charlie, what's his name? One of the, I can't remember his name, but he couldn't read. So
Charlie, Garrett Morris?
No, Charlie. Oh man, I can't remember his name. Why am I doing this? But yeah, he couldn't do it because he couldn't read or something, or he couldn't follow the teleprompter.
Oh yes, I've heard that story. I know
Yeah.
exactly who you're talking about. Whoever that is actually says that I couldn't read it.
And Bartlett came in with
that's
me
gonna bug me
when
now,
I had
too.
the audition because Rob and I were going to the city. He's a nut, man. But we went into the city, and then they said, well, we're just looking for a black guy. And Rob goes, should we tell Eddie? And I'm going, no, it's going to break up the group,
Yeah, right.
And he's like so green, it's not going to work. And I get home on the phone, and then I get home on the train, and then I go home, and Eddie calls me up and goes, hey, Bob, how come you didn't tell me about Saturday Night Live looking for a black guy? I go, how did you find that out? He goes, Rob told me. I was like, oh, son of a gun. So Rob actually got him the Saturday Night Live.
Did you just say that Eddie was so green at the time?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Well, he was a mimic. He was more of a mimic. He was doing an impressionist.
Right, right.
Personally, I saw him doing Richard Pryor's material. I mean,
Okay.
he was doing Richard Pryor material, and he was doing impressions of Bill Cosby and
Right.
Elvis or whatever.
Yeah.
He was an impressionist kind of
Right,
because
yeah.
he didn't really have any material. He developed material when he had the 20 minutes in the Identical Triplets.
Okay.
And from watching Rob and myself, I think
Yeah.
he learned a lot. But
Wow.
there was a time when he said, I don't even know what's funny anymore. I need you to tell me what's funny. Eddie was saying this because
Yeah, yeah.
anything I do, people laugh. Very confident guy.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
I always wondered too. You would think once he got the gig that he would have tried to get you and Rob in as writers at least.
He tried to get me on to do my morning piece. I was on with Charlie Daniels or Robert Culp. Robert Culp was the host, and Charlie Daniels was on, and he did The Devil Went Down to Georgia or something. And then I did morning, and I did it in the rehearsal, and then when the live show came, they cut it. They cut me out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and Eddie was like, I tried. And
There's a lot of disappointment in show business.
but-
Ugh.
Yes.
You gotta
you-
have a
you-
thick skin.
Yep,
not only
absolutely
that,
right.
you have to have a drive, and I don't never really had the drive for fame. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of guy who could run like Rosie, running all these people under you, and and talking and schmoozing and this and that. And Eddie was just like, I'm there. Eddie from the day I met him, he knew he was going to make. As a matter of fact, I used to drive from Massapequa. I lived in Massapequa.
Right.
I would drive to Roosevelt,
Right.
on Southern State Parkway, pick up Eddie, drive him back to Massapequa to Richard M. Dixon's. Then the show was over, and I would drive him back
Wow.
to Roosevelt and then come home. And I remember sitting in a car one night, and we're driving along, and Eddie goes, if I don't make it by the time I'm 23, I'm quitting the business. I go, 23, 22, 21, whatever. I'm just quitting. I go, how could you say that? It takes, I said, the average person takes like 20 years to even
Right.
get noticed. 16, 20 years is the average. And then, you don't really make it till, overnight's a sensation to someone who's been doing it for many, many years. And he goes, no, really. He goes, think about it. He goes, who is there? There's Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Red Fox, and then me. I'm going, what about Nipsey Russell and Flip Wilson? I'm naming all these black comics, and I'm just talking about it, saying don't set yourself short because if you love doing it, you want to keep doing it, and it's a process. It's a marathon. It's not a 100-yard dash. So I'm telling him all this stuff, and he's just listening. And then we stop at his house, and he gets out of the car and closes the door, and he leans in my window. It was a Pinto. It was an orange Pinto. 76 Pinto. And he looks in and he goes, you know something, Bob? I was thinking about what you said. And this is what I got. I said, what? He goes, it's Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, me, then Red Fox.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's like, see ya.
Did you know his brother Charlie?
Yeah.
I thought he was very funny.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was.
I knew him when he wasn't a comedian. Him and Clint Clint Smith was his good friend. Clint, very funny guy. There was the time we were driving out east to Southampton or something, and Eddie and Clint were in the back. Oh, I was in the back seat with Clint, and I think Eddie was driving or someone was driving, and they're going way out east, and there's all these old cemeteries and everything, and Clint starts going, "There's vampires out here. There's vampires," and Eddie's going, "There's vampires." They were doing this thing. I was laughing a circle. They were so funny. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Charlie was. I think Charlie was in trouble a lot. I think he was saying.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Charlie's in trouble. I don't know.
I saw him at a comedy tent at a music festival in Tennessee.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And I didn't know that Eddie Murphy had a brother that did comedy. And I went in and I'm saying,
Oh, he looks just like him. Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out, and I know he had passed away. He was
Yeah.
right. He had
Well, he was on Chappelle's show for a while.
yes, he was
Yeah.
Lysol.
Very
Right.
funny. Very funny.
Wow.
Really funny.
The thinking about that movie, the
Right at the eye.
yeah. Well, other than the documentary, but like actual movies where you perform. What's the last one you did? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while, right?
Been a long time since. I think the last movie I did was Brain Donors,
Oh, okay.
which was a while ago.
Yeah. Right. That was.
Yeah.
Oh, that was after Kindergarten Cop.
Yes.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. For some reason I
Yeah.
thought it was before. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kindergarten Cop was Kindergarten Cop was the first one. Then I think I did This Is My Life with Julie Kavanaugh and Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah, I
did,
forgot about that.
Oh, actually, before that even I was in Brewster's Millions, but I was edited out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is funny because I still get residual checks
Huh.
for like
Yeah.
30 cents, 27 cents. And then Brain Donors was with the Zucker brothers. It was great.
Right. Yeah. And do you still? How does it work? Like, we're talking about the love of it, and Rosie even asked if you would ever consider stopping. Would you? Like this Ride of PI, that was an independent film, basically, right?
Yeah, it was a guy. He put up his house to put that.
Really?
Together. Yeah, and I don't think he's ever made a dime on. I know I haven't.
Wow.
But
Did he keep the house?
I don't know.
Do you?
Carl and Chuck.
But do you? So having the love for it, and even saying like, I'm not sure if I would ever stop. Like, is it? If you were asked to do an independent movie now, would you do it? Or out of the love, or is it like, no, I got to get paid because I know I need.
Steve Criazzo from Dreamality Entertainment. He was saying that he wanted to give me some parts in it, in some of his movies, because he does a lot of movies.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dreamality Entertainment. If you go there, you'll see he does all these, I guess independent films and stuff.
Okay.
And they're good. They're really good.
Yeah. Because there's always that's what I see around here too. A lot of these guys, always trying to make a film of some sort, and So I was just curious because to have somebody like you in a movie would just be amazing.
Yeah, I'd have to pick it. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to see what the movie is and
sure.
that whole thing.
But now on your website, it actually says on your website that your goal is to create a brand new comedy brand on Long Island, including shows, television, creative, social media endeavors.
That's old.
Oh, that's old.
No, no. Yeah, I want to start. That's when Rob and I were together.
Okay.
Before he passed, we had so many things that we were working on and playing with.
Yeah.
I was doing parodies of commercials and stuff with him, and we wanted to do the Jiffy Jeff's Gym. I wanted it to just be like more of like a movie, a short movie film.
Okay.
But he wanted it to be a series, and I was going, well, if we do a series, let's do a web series, because then we have total control and we could do it as we go. And he wanted to keep trying to sell it to Hollywood and stuff, and
right.
You can't go big anymore with television or movies anymore, because you have to really have a lot of money and a lot of pull and nepotism and all that stuff.
And not for nothing, there's so many choices now. It's not like it was.
Right.
I mean, people are streaming this, they're streaming that, they're watching it on YouTube. There's so many ways to see things.
Yeah, well, cancer was a setback.
Sure.
I got stuck, then the cancer was a setback, and then Rob and I were getting it together, and then when he passed, that was a big setback. I mean, I think of him every day.
Yeah,
I
sure.
literally think of him every day. If I pass a diner, I'm thinking of Rob, or if I'm walking my dog and I'm smoking my pipe, I'm thinking of Rob.
The Don Sill, who's watching, Don Sill, that's Don Sill.
Yeah.
Charlie Barnett is who you
Charlie
were.
Barnett.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew Rob. I knew Don would get it. Don is a walking encyclopedia
He
of
should have
comedy.
been here. Could have helped me with all
He
my...
actually was invited, but
Oh.
he's working. Have you met Don? I think you might have.
Yeah.
Again, he
I know
knows
who he is.
Okay, he knows everything about comedy, and he'd be a great guy if
I
you
was gonna say,
need.
he's such a good filmmaker.
Yeah, he's a professional editor, but we're working on some films together. I'll have to show you one a short film that we did. It's about a comedian. He plays Joey Cola's in it.
Okay.
Carrie Karavis is in it. I'll have to show it to you. It's only a half-hour short film.
What's it called?
It's called Comic Sans.
Okay.
It was filmed here.
Filmed here. So basically, and it's funny because we had so many people came to us and said, "That's my story." So Don's in his early 50s, so he plays a comedian. He's like one of the regulars here, but that's basically where he peaked. He didn't get further, where other comedians did, and he's a little bitter. But there's this one guy. Do you know Eric Haft?
Yes.
Yeah. So he plays a comedian that made it big, almost like a Kevin James type.
Yeah.
But he's coming back here after years to make it, do like a one-night show or something. And him and Don, their characters came up together. So Don goes to him and says, you've had this successful sitcom, and you've never once asked me to be on it, not once. And they, there's a little bit of that going on. There's other things going on too that make it funny, but
Yeah.
it really came out well. We're very, very proud of it. So.
That's
Very
the whole
well
thing.
done.
Like when these guys like Rosie or Eddie or Kevin James, I'm sure that they have to cut ties somehow because
Sure.
it would never end.
Right.
So they have to protect themselves because they've got to run an empire pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you don't want to have people
Right.
saying, "What about me?" Or, hey.
But if you
forget about me.
pay attention, like Kevin James when
Oh,
he
yeah.
had
They
Kevin
used
Can
to-
Wait,
yeah.
he filmed it on Long Island.
Absolutely.
He grabbed Roach. He grabbed a whole
Yeah.
bunch of Joe Starr, a lot of Long Island talent, and then Rosie too. I've said it on here before. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but I've said it before. Joey Cola told me that Rosie O'Donnell, when he did the warm up for her, he says to this day the most charitable person he's ever met in his life. He raves about it. She has such a
She's sweet.
questionable reputation these days, but Joey
But even
says
when
she's
she
the
had her
best.
show, she was always giving stuff away.
Well,
I mean,
true,
She was
right.
always raising money for
Yes,
things.
I loved her show. I thought
Blowing
it was so much
cozy
fun.
bowls
She,
into the audience.
Once she went political, that went,
Right.
That always murders people. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
like, why do that?
polarizing. Why?
yeah.
Yep.
Johnny Carson stayed away from it. I mean, and you go out with a bang, and you don't. Why do you want people not to like you? I mean, you're
Right.
here to make people laugh and feel comfortable and
Yep.
forget about their problems, whether mental, physical, emotional, financial. You help them forget about that stuff.
Right.
You don't, dig at them and say this guy is not. There's a lot of comics out there, male and female, who are really anti-Trump, and that's all they do. And they're supposed to be funny, but
Right.
they just aggravate. The left advocates the right aggravates the left, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yep.
It's not. We're not. You're not even supposed to be in that lane.
Right.
If you want to be a politician or
Then be a
or
Bill
partisan
Maher.
or whatever,
Make it your shtick.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Bill Maher's kind of like he's pretty honest with. He's really honest with his thoughts, and he doesn't push stuff on other people. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if.
But
you're
you also
Christian or
know
whatever.
what you're going to get.
Right.
That's
You don't
what the
wanna
show
come,
is.
You don't want to come here, like you said, maybe your mom's sick, or maybe
Yeah.
you had a
Yeah.
rough day or a rough week, or somebody broke up with you, and you just want to laugh. You need some
Yeah.
time. And you come here, and then you have people in the audience, and they're rumbling, and you want to laugh.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what I love about doing this for such a short amount of time. Like when you
Yeah.
get a laugh and you see people smiling, and you've
Yeah.
made them happy in some
Right.
way,
Yeah.
it's such a rush, and it's such a gift
Of course.
to be able to have
Absolutely.
that.
See, my feeling is with the whole politics thing is I'm for America. Whatever America has in the Oval Office or whatever America's doing, I want it to be the right way. But I'm not going to be calling liberals, Democrats or whatever, and then everybody with these posts. Okay, MAGA friends, what do you think of what Trump did here? Rosie should have never got into it with Trump because that's what Trump does.
Right,
He
lives
rips
for
people,
it.
and Rosie's not capable of being like that because she's naturally nice.
Right.
And when you try to be mean and tough, it doesn't come off like you mean and tough. It comes off like there's something wrong.
Yeah, especially when her persona, when she did the show, was so, like happy and
Right,
sunshine
positive.
and throwing
Yes.
little
And that's-
cozy balls and doing her little,
That's the Rosie I
the
remember.
music and the.
But like I said, you got all these pressures, you got all these people coming at you, you got all these people in your ear saying you could do something about Trump, you can get this guy, whatever, and she left the country. I'm like, going, Rosie, what are you doing?
Right.
Don't do that. Stay here.
Right. And yeah, I mean that's suicide. They'll never welcome her back in fully.
You never know. Though. Everybody can be redeemed.
She just got a facelift, though.
She got what? A
Got
facelift?
a facelift.
Oh,
I
did
read
she?
something about
Yeah.
her. She got a facelift. She looks better.
She
And-
does.
And
She-
also, her.
She was so anti stuff like, not being
And I-
natural and stuff. But then she said, you know what? I decided, I guess, once my face fell down, I like it.
And she looks good?
She looks good, yeah.
Really?
I always love Rosie. Like her, not like. I grew up watching her show,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know much about her in terms of stand-up until after I realized who she was, and then kind of went back and saw the crazy hair that
Yes.
almost looked like a
When
mullet.
she was on VH1,
There's
yeah.
mullets, yes, in VH1, and like you look
Yeah.
back, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah. It's League of Their Own.
yes.
She's one of the best things about that movie. She's so funny in that. But it's interesting you mention all this because as a guy who, like I'm thinking now, Kimmel too. Like all the people must be whispering. I mean, his show has almost become a political show for crying out loud.
Yeah.
As a guy who was on Carson and Letterman, like to me, I miss those guys. Like that, I just don't feel that's what we're getting anymore.
Right.
Like that's actually one of my motivations to do this because you don't see free-form conversation. You don't see the Dick Cavett's,
Right.
the Mike Douglases. You don't even see the Johnny Carsons anymore.
Yeah.
And I like Fallon, but to me the whole, and he doesn't get even close to as political as Kimmel, but it's all, a lot of it is scripted. When they sit down to talk, it's all scripted, or they get into a bit or a game, which is fine. But sometimes I just want to see these guys talk and really talk. And you don't really see that anymore. And to me, I miss the Lettermans and the Carsons. And again, you would know this firsthand. You've done them. So do you feel that way, or do you think no? I'm glad a guy like Fallon is working as a fellow comedian.
I think everybody, like I said, it's America, and you do what you want to do. But personally, my feeling is like someone like Bill Maher. I don't get this rabid political. Like he's not rabid about his stuff.
Right. Okay.
He tries to be funny, and he's brilliant, and he's witty, and he has his position, and he's way left, but he's also very honest with himself and with the people.
Yeah.
So you get that. But then you got guys like I get this feeling like the guy's got rabies, like a Jimmy Kimmel.
Right.
It's like he's just angry, and the other guy, who's Colbert.
Right. They just threw
Who
him
I
off.
thought when he first started, it was hysterical.
Yes.
But you get that rabid rabies feeling.
Yeah.
When I get
I
that,
agree.
I feel like they're not even being.
And I'm not
it's that-
entertained.
Again, it's that cringy, like, oh, what are
Yeah.
they going to say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm uncomfortable.
If I was a lefty, I wouldn't be comfortable with it.
Right.
I'm a righty, of course I'm not be comfortable, but I'm kind of like I try to be middle of the road.
Yeah.
There's so
I'm
many
still
other
very
topics.
conservative. I'm very conservative.
But there's so many other topics besides
Yeah.
that. I
Right,
mean, they could
right.
just go off of pop culture. Or,
Right. Again, that's what Carson went after politicians, but you never got an idea of where he stood. He did it in a way that he could have been either side. You never knew. Where these guys are just all down with Trump, down with Trump.
Any
enough.
political comedian, it seems like today is left.
Yeah.
There's a few coming up. I've seen
like Ben Bankus.
Yeah, Ben.
And
Ben, and then there's
Michael Loftus has that whole show he does.
Yeah.
That show tonight. It's called.
And then there's a girl, I don't know what her name is, but she's way right, and but they're funny, and I don't get that rabid feeling from them.
But they do it on their own, and they do it through TikTok and social media, they don't
Sure.
have to worry about what a network is going to say or who's their sponsor
Right.
or who's going to tell them they can't say that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like they're the independents. They're doing it like as a little bit of a movement as opposed to this late night crowd, which, first of all, late night is dying in general because
Which
people
makes
are
me
watching
sad.
Netflix and they have all these other choices, right? Again, back to all these other streaming things. It's not like it was where everybody watched
Right.
Johnny Carson.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, and everybody tuned in, to see if when Joan Rivers was going to perform or she was going to be a guest, or like, you don't have that where you look forward to somebody that's good. It's like, ooh, there's going to be a guest that you want to see. It's like,
I was blessed to come up when I did. It's all God.
Yeah, sure.
And it's also God's hand that I never made it big. Rodney would say, "You never made it big, man. Whatever happened to you, man? Everybody on my show became big. Rita Rudner, Roseanne Barr, Jerry Seinfeld, Dice Clay, Louis Anderson. You all became stars, man. What happened to you? Dice Clay, how come? You never made it big, Nelson." And I said, "Rodney, stand-up comedy is not a stepping stone for me." And he goes, "Apparently." It's a
how
true
did you
story.
meet him that you opened for him for so long?
It was the wildest thing. I was down in Florida, excuse me, at the comic strip, and I'm on stage and I'm doing the football thing and whatever I was doing, and I get off stage and I did pretty good, and I'm walking off the stage, and as I'm walking down along the side of the audience there, Rodney's coming up to me with his bowling shirt on, and "Hey kid, very funny stuff, man. How would you like to be on?" It's the first thing he says to me. "How would you like to be on an HBO special?"
Jeez.
I'm like, "What? I want you to be on an HBO special. What do you think of that? You want to do it?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, you're in. You're in. So far, it's me, Sam Kennison, and you. Let's go find some other guys. Come on, we're gonna go around." And we went from one comedy club to another place.
Get out.
Yeah. Wow. So it was like given to me. I've never gotten anything by auditioning for it.
Right.
Nothing, except when I was an actor.
Like parts and plays. And
I would
stuff
get,
like that.
you have to audition and sing or whatever. And,
But for him to say to you that you didn't make it, like of course
he was ribbing me.
Yeah.
No,
I get that, but still, I mean,
But still, if you really think about it, I never chased. I'm never reaching out for the gold ring. You know what I mean? Because I'm not really so much into the fame. I really like being the producer, the
Right.
performer, and the director.
no, I get that, and I see, what you're saying, but I don't know. To me, opening up for Rodney,
Oh, yeah,
and doing what you've done, that's making it, in my opinion.
That's why I was blessed.
Yeah,
it all
absolutely.
it just fell in my lap. It was all God.
Right.
It was
Yep.
God. And then there were times when I became a Christian, I thought, well, now I'm supposed to become a Christian comedian, and no door opened for me there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't work all these Christian churches and stuff because of my testimony, which is
Sure.
supposed to be good.
Right.
But they would say, no, you cursed a lot, and you're from Hollywood or whatever. But what happened was I couldn't get in. God would not open the door for me to get in there. And I was like going, what, am I not good enough? And, you start thinking God doesn't love me. Meanwhile, you're being blessed with all this other stuff.
Right.
And then what ended up happening was I really felt like I'm not doing anything with Christians. That's it. I'm done. Out of the blue, Chaz Corzine, Michael W. Smith, big
Christian
artist,
singer. Yeah.
he calls me up and says, "Listen, we want you to work with Michael W. Smith and Max Lucado, who's a big book writer, and he's a Christian. He's got anyway. So he says, I want you to open it. I'm like going out of nowhere. Yeah, we heard you're a Christian, and Michael used to watch your stuff when we were on the bus, and we'd be cracking up, and we'd love you to work with us. And I ended up doing this big thing. I went from can't get into a church to doing this with Michael W. Smith and Max Lucado. It was like a Come Thirsty tour, and it was like he would sing in the beginning, then I would do comedy. Actually, he would sing, then Max would do a little word, then I would do comedy after lunch to get everybody back into it, and then Max would do the big payoff.
Wow.
And it was an incredible thing. And I'm thinking, I'm in Christian things, but I still couldn't get into the churches here and there.
Wow.
Because God, I really believe God wants me in the world, work
Sure.
in the clubs, a regular person who doesn't
Right.
go to church, and to be a light. and to be, a blessing to people.
Yeah.
And what better way than to give you cancer and to to humble you.
Right.
Because I was always being humbled. I mean, when I first got on stage, I used to have fun. I was totally insane. And, it started to become like a job, and you start to get a little angry, and you want to blow everybody away. And then all this lust came into my heart, and I'm lusting after these girls as I'm performing, and that's like kind of really like weird, And I didn't know it. I was just being a pervert. And,
That's all.
And I'm married, and I'm doing this stuff, and then God took... My wife said, I can't do this no more. Well, something's happening to you. And, we were separated. And every time God separated me is when I learned. Like he said, my wife said, I'm not talking to you anymore. And then that's when I reached out to God. And then I got myself a little together. And then she came back. God put her right back in my life.
Yeah, sure.
And she became, she's my best friend. She's my confidant. And then I got to the point where I was stuck. And then I get cancer. Mm-hmm. And I was stripped from my family and everything because I was COVID. I'm in the hospital by myself.
Right.
And I have to deal with, people screaming and this and that and nurses and stuff and being in the bed that's, like a crib.
Wow.
Because I'm bigger than the beds. And I was separated again.
Yeah.
Because I had to, it's like every time I get into a bad space, God's going to like say, okay, time for the desert, buddy.
Right.
Get out there and let's talk. Because obviously when other people are around, you don't talk to me. So I really feel I'm so blessed now, and I'm so happy. I mean, I can't tell you the joy I have just sitting watching television with my wife and my dog and giving her treats. And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then walking her at night at 12 o'clock at night, and I'm in Leisure Village. I mean, I had a house. We lost everything a couple of times.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I mean, when I went to Branson and I was in Pigeon Forge, and we came home, and then I get cancer. We lose the big house we were renting. Now I'm in a place called Leisure Village. Mm-hmm. It's a 1,200 square foot condo.
Yeah,
with my wife and my son, and I have a gated community where I could walk at 2 o'clock in the morning. I could poop my pants. Nobody's gonna know nothing.
Well, we noticed. We just didn't want to say anything.
No, I'm saying it's like I'm among.
Is that what that is?
I have all these. It's so funny because I have all these friends now who are like in their 80s and stuff, and it's hysterical. My little dog has a ministry where she goes to all these old men and old ladies, and she hangs with them, and they, oh, Zoe, I love you, Zoe, and they're petting her, and I'm standing there with the leash, I love this dog. Come back tomorrow. It's like that's what we do.
So you don't need the balloons; you just need a leash.
Yeah,
that's
just
it.
need a leash
Done.
and a Shih Tzu at the end of it.
It's time for us to go, but just real quick before we go, one of my favorite topics is Joey Cola.
Yes.
Love that man to death. And you we're sitting there talking about your faith. Now he's a man of faith too. Did you guys did any of that coincide?
Oh yeah, we pray for each other all the time.
No, but I'm saying like when you first just found God, like did that happen like
I think Joey's been I think he's like an altar boy kind of guy. He's a Catholic guy, and he's I know he loves the Lord.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's one of those guys where God first, family second, business third.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
which is the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
And he's always been like that. And he's such a sweet man.
Yep.
He's got a beautiful wife.
Oh yeah.
His daughter. I mean, it's just like
all
son. It's just incredible.
Wonderful people.
Yeah. And he's the only guy in the business that can go on stage and start up here and stay there.
Right.
And pull it off. I don't know anybody else that could go out there with that energy. And I get nervous sometimes because he starts sweating and everything, and it's like, oh, it's got to slow down. But I love this guy. I mean, he grows butterflies.
Yes.
And he releases the butterflies. I mean, I hear butterfly. I have these couple of songs, they're butterfly songs that I listen to, and I think of Joey immediately.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's really cool because when Rodney passed away, and I went out there to his funeral, I couldn't stay for it. I forget, I was with my son, and we had to go somewhere. They handed out boxes to people, and they opened the box, and they all let out butterflies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's wild.
And I was like, wow, Joey would have loved this.
Yeah.
But Joey's always been a good Christian and a man with a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agreed 100%. Yeah.
and it's hard, because he does the warm ups, and there's like that stigmatism on the guy who does the warm ups, which makes no sense to me.
They can put a stigmatism on it all they want. He's
It's a good gig.
It's a great gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's, doing
Oh, he
just
loves
fine.
doing it because
Absolutely.
he's a people person.
Right.
Nobody's more of a people person than Joe.
And it's so much harder than people think too. Like I've seen him do.
Oh yeah.
I had the honor actually. He brought me in when he was doing Rachel Ray. He brought me there, and I got to watch firsthand. And he was telling me in between, like, all right, now I'm going to do this. This is what this is for. And gave me the whole spiel. And then even before that, I saw him warming up Kevin Can Wait, and it was two totally different animals.
Yeah.
You don't just go there doing warm up. Like there's different.
You got to be funny.
Got to be funny, and there's a science to
Yeah.
doing a talk show as opposed to a sitcom, and it's a whole different thing. And for him to be able to do that and be that funny, like it's one thing to be a funny comedian and then a great actor, but then to also be able to do that, like all these different facets, it's
he's a
amazing.
mechanic. So
Yeah.
it's like a Peter Bales. I mean,
Yes.
they're just like they have these abilities that I don't possess, but that's why the whole beginning of Long Island comedians we were all very different,
Right.
but at the same time we all had this big heart together, and I wish that the comedians today had that, but it seems to be a little bit more competitive now.
To a
And,
certain degree, yeah. There's, I mean, you can attest. There's still some great people out there, but it's you don't get this like. Again, you guys were all part of a like a class that came through together.
Yeah, we
like
had to. We were hunkered down. We were the enemies of the New York comics.
Right.
Now there's so much distance. There's so many places you can go.
Right.
We had to brainstorm and come up with ways to.
And find the place to do them in. Where I think
Yeah.
before the show started, you were saying there's just so many.
Yeah.
And John Butera is just putting on shows. He's outside right now doing a show. It's crazy.
But the thing is that the governors, thank God, they came in and conglomerated everything so that it's a fortress.
Right.
Because if because the East Side went away and Chuckles went away, and a lot of these places they fold because of the one nighters here and that place and that. But
Right.
Thank God that they.
Oh yeah. You can feel the history in this place and the
yeah.
energy. It's just fantastic. I love every second of being here.
I mean, when I was on that stage for the first time, I remember
Yeah.
just thinking when I went home that night, like all the people that have been up there, that it's just.
Right.
It's haunted.
Well, you can head on down to Belmore tomorrow night at the brokerage and see this legend right here, Bob Nelson, and we'll help him out. Even on Sunday, you can go to Theater 3 on Sunday.
Theater 3. It's down in it's a different kind of thing.
Okay.
It's underneath the theater.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I sell out. There's only a few seats. I tell everybody I sold out Theater 3 last week. What is it, 30 people? A little more. But,
Well, you're doing it steadily because what is it, monthly
7 o'clock.
resident?
7 o'clock here, 7 o'clock there.
Very
North
nice.
Shore, South Shore.
There you go. govs.com is the website. Are you here tomorrow? Is that what it is?
No,
next week. Next week.
Next week.
Okay, in the Giggle Room. Go see Rosie next week. Let's see. So what's happening here at the club? Anthony Rodea is playing the main club all weekend long. Sean Brown, Peter Anthony, Johnny Antitomaso, they're in the Giggle Room this weekend. Claire Bowen and Jonathan Jackson are at the brokerage tonight. Like we said, Bob Nelson's there tomorrow night. Sunday, psychic medium Cindy Kaza. And at McGuire's out in Bohemia this weekend, tonight and tomorrow, Joe DeVito and Mike Keegan.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
a good show.
That's
Yeah.
a great show. Well,
I know them
obviously
both.
know Joe. You know Mike?
Oh, yeah, I know Mike.
He's a jerk, isn't he?
He's a good guy.
He's a twisted individual. Govs.com, govs.com. And don't forget Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We're doing some shows at the brokerage and McGuire's this fall. And we got some other things cooking, so go to knockemdeadcomedy.com where you can find information how you can hire us for your event as well. And that's what's happening here. I think that's it for today. We'll be back, nothing this weekend. So Monday morning, I'll be back here with Francesca, and comedian Eli Velasquez is coming in. So that'll be fun. And then Steve Squared that night. And Deb Markowitz Monday afternoon. So all sorts of stuff here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Once again, always a thrill to see Bob Nelson.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Really.
Come to
thank you.
brokerage.
Tomorrow night,
Hurry up.
govs.com.
Start driving now. It's Long Island traffic.
It's true. All right, we are out of here. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.